Game developers would like to remind you that female game characters must be covered up and made ugly to protect them from the perverted male gaze. Also, our games now contain the option to customize your genitals, because that's totally normal. Baldurs Gate 3 lead character artist explained why there are no face sliders in the character creator and how players can express themselves with genital customization. Oh, but remember, you're weird if you like for women in your video games to be attractive. You're a sick freak, you have no control, and you need to seek help. Now let's find out more about the genital customization options. Now we see this part of the article from 80 level, just basically about how they have no facial sliders, which, gosh, facial in this context. They have no face sliders to further make your character unique, which, as the article says, is pretty commonplace nowadays. Even like Dark Souls has that, and I really don't care what my Dark Souls character looks like. And here it is. The article continues. The team took the task of inclusion very seriously. They talked to consultants and animators to create black hairstyles, for instance. Their approach to gender is also different from that of many other companies. In Baldur's Gate 3, you can choose between 4 different body types, which are not assigned to a specific gender, body type A, body type B, so on. Moreover, there is an option to pick your character's genitals. There are several variants here. Don't worry about how people look, right? Don't worry about how you look. What matters is your genitals. We need more customization there. But remember to cover up the women, you fucking perverts. And the ability to choose is not, Jesus Christ, is not there just for fun. It will apparently appear in the game itself. This choice is not connected to sex scenes, but rather to players' expression of themselves. They decided to make underwear a piece of equipment that you can customize and wear, and this is part of character customization. The question arose, what happens when you take it off? At first we were like, maybe nothing's going to happen. Maybe we're going to have another underwear mesh under it. Who cares? That's what the fuck I would have said. But then I started thinking about it, talking about it, and we realized that for some players, it's just another way to represent their identity. Okay, now here's a good thing, I suppose. I don't know how I feel about this yet, honestly. The article says here, but if you don't want to spend time working on your character's privates, there is an option to hide anything you don't want to see. Still, it's nice knowing Larian cares about such details. Baldur's Gate is very focused on your identity and the ultimate fantasy where you can be whoever, whatever you want to be. And we wanted to have this represented. We believe that visual character creation options create a positive player experience. I noticed it with myself when I play games or when I pick a game to buy, right? I'm looking at the characters and I want to look pretty. I want to look fun. I remember playing World of Warcraft and showing off, we get together and show off our transmogs to each other. These people are going to be showing off their custom genitals. This makes me think of a person that, you roleplay with in Dungeons and Dragons. You worry about the stats, how much strength you have, how much constitution you have. What does your character look like? How does it influence the way that they interact with other people? And as a goof, I know my character's done it before, flirted with the waitress just to make the DM feel very awkward. But these kinds of people, instead of saying, okay, we fade to black, and then everybody has a good laugh. No, I think that they're the ones who say, then I pull out my raging engorged blood. Like they want to get way too much detail. Like, please, I do not want to know. If we're playing D&D together, do not describe your character's member or lack thereof to me. I don't care. I've never looked at a player sitting across the table and thought, I wonder what their character's junk looks like.
Oh my God, HP, you're being such a hypocrite.
Okay, so what do I think about this being in a game? Now, as I've been reading through this, I've been using this as a launching pad to display the blatant hypocrisy of telling people that they're perverts because they're like, hey, I like my girls in video games to look pretty good. You know, hey, why are you completely covering them up, but the men are walking around bare chested? Gamers like that are called perverts, and that there's something wrong with them, that they're sick in the head, that they can't stop touching themselves. But then they turn around and, oh, by the way, you can now customize your genitals. Who's really obsessed here? As far as I am concerned, and this is what you need to pay attention to if you think you got some kind of gotcha here, is that I am fine with the game putting that in. If that's what they want to do, if that's their vision, go right for it. And they even included an option to turn it off for people who think it's nonsense. I can't ask for anything more than that. And quite frankly, I think there's going to be a lot of funny stuff that's going to come out of this. It's either going to be accepted or it's going to be a complete train wreck. But yeah, I am fine with video games putting in hot women characters. I'm fine with video games having jiggle physics. I'm fine with dead or alive beach volleyball. And I am fine with Baldurs Gate having genital customization. Just don't be walking up and designing a game where you can be like, hey, look at my character's junk. And then looking at the gamers over here playing a game with ladies that are in leotards and then looking at them like they're the freaks, okay? It's time to relinquish that moral high ground. It is time to stop acting so holier than thou. This game's showing, it's giving people what they believe that they want. Women want bare-chested men, give it to them. If men want ladies in bikinis, give it to them. And if you're going to add genital customization to show off your genitals in video games, get off your high horse. This is Heretic Prince. If you like what you heard, please consider leaving a like, maybe even a comment, possibly even subscribing. As always, thank you so much for listening. You have a great day.